With the government shutdown over, tens of millions of Americans are relieved to see the return of their SNAP benefits, but there may be a new hurdle. This, as the Agriculture Department says it has discovered nearly 200,000 fraudulent claims. That's all happening as the Trump administration is saying it's pledging to bring down beef prices by next year, as the CEO of Omaha Steaks is warning that beef prices may actually reach $10 per pound by 2026. So for more, I'd like to welcome in the Secretary of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins. Secretary, thank you so much for giving us some of your time again. A lot of people relieved. This government shutdown is over, but now millions of SNAP recipients are being asked to reapply for benefits. Talk to us about why that is necessary and if that's going to impact Americans' ability to feed their families.
Well, Nichole, first of all, thanks for having me back. It's great to see you. I think what's really important, and you mentioned it, that we have been, for the first time in history, collecting the data. We asked all the states to send data in. We had 29 states comply, most of them the red states. And what we found was staggering. And this was before the government shutdown. This is over the last few months. 186,000 dead people receiving benefits, 500,000 Americans receiving benefits 2 times, so double what they should be receiving. We've arrested more than 120 people with SNAP fraud, and that's just from the states that sent their data in. That doesn't include most of the blue states, where we believe there's even more fraud and abuse. And under the last administration, the SNAP benefits increased 40%. So clearly there's a right sizing that needs to happen. And the, I think, unintended consequence of the Democrat shutdown was now the spotlight has been shined on, and we have to make sure for those who really need this benefit that we are able to make sure that it's going to the right people. So we're making a lot of structural changes in SNAP. We'll have a big announcement about that the week after Thanksgiving, exactly what that's going to look like.
Well, and absolutely, cleaning up fraud certainly needs to be a priority. But some, you talked about unintended consequences, and I think a lot of people would worry that it's children who may go hungry as a result. What do people need to know as they reapply, Secretary?
Well, I think, first of all, it's about an average of $200 per month, the benefit, depending on a lot of factors, but about $200 per month per family member if you qualify. And that's 42 million Americans. This is a massive government program. So ensuring at the front end that we are asking, are you really eligible? Are you able to work? About 80% of those who qualify, of all those that are able-bodied that qualify for food stamps or for SNAP, don't have a job and don't work. So are you, and that could be volunteering. Like we're really opening up the market here, wanting to make sure that those who are receiving this supplemental nutrition benefit, it was never meant for the long term, are really those who need it. So whatever that reapplication looks like, again, we're working on that right now, but it won't be too onerous. And for the families that really need it, we'll make sure that they're going to get it.
All right, let's move on and talk soybeans now, Secretary. So, purchases, America's farmers, we know, have really been hurt. But the president, again, recently, striking that deal with China, getting that country to, again, make some significant soybean purchases. So, that commodity is not just sitting in silos across the country. But, Secretary, I'd like to listen to some of what we have heard from farmers just over the past few months.
This China trade stuff has been devastating, and we need some relief. And hopefully, this new trade agreement, if it holds water, could provide some relief for America's farmers. But again, we have to wait and see.
All right, what is your response? I mean, is this new deal going to be enough to turn things around?
Well, there's no doubt that the farm economy, for a lot of reasons, is really, really struggling right now, especially on our row crop side. Their livestock, not as much, but the row croppers. Part of that is because of the China refusing to buy soybeans during the trade renegotiations. Of course, that is now opened back up. When China, one country, buys about 65% of your soybean crop, you're sort of putting your own farmers at the, in a bad place if something were to happen. So this goes to why the president, in opening up all of these new trade deals all over the world, hopefully mitigates for a lot of this moving forward, especially for our row croppers. But this new deal, China committing to 12 million metric tons this year, 25 million for the next 3 years, has already seen the soybean price come back up and some of the other prices following it. But we'll soon be announcing a potential bridge payment for those who are still facing losses.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.